So ever since starting this travel adventure, I've been struggling with this idea or this concept or just this definition. Like, what is my definition of success? Like, I know what society thinks success is, and I know what others think success is, but for me personally, what does it mean? Like, how would I feel so accomplished, so aligned, so whole, so proud of myself if I were to accomplish blank in my life? And I've spent so much time trying to fit into other people's idea of success, like money or fame or whatever. And it always fell short because it was never authentic to me. It's never what I really wanted, and stepping out of Los Angeles has been really healthy for me to recognize that I can create my own definition of success. Like, I can create that for myself and what that means for me in my life. But it took a while to let go of these ideas that had kind of glommed onto me just by being in this, this kind of general definition of success. So I was getting in touch with it today and really trying to access the parts of myself that know what is really like the thing for me, like really the thing that makes me feel so impactful and me feel so alive and me feel so aligned with who I am and who I'm meant to be. And I got so excited because what I got is like being successful. What would being successful feel like? And what came forward immediately was it would feel like a party. It would feel like a celebration. And that made me so excited because all of my life is feeling like a celebration lately. And I've been like writing about that and video blogging about it and stuff too, recognizing like, oh gosh, I feel like everything in life wants to be celebrated. And because I feel that way inside of myself, everything outside of myself is reflecting that. So it's like, oh, no wonder I have, birthday parties and bridal showers and weddings and baby showers and more birthday parties and then another birthday party and then celebrating this night and celebrating that night and just being in this like place of celebrating life, like every tiny beautiful morsel of it. And so when it came through that success feels like a celebration, that made me feel so excited and like I am aligned, like I'm on the right track. And I came through and I was like, okay, so what is my true definition of success? Like, if I'm doing the things that make me feel like celebrating and feeling alive and feeling this free, what does that mean for me? And that's what came up. Freedom was one of them. Okay, success to me is freedom. And I have absolute freedom right now. I can do whatever I want, go wherever I want, say whatever I want, be whoever I want. And so that is like, check that off the list. Doing that, successful. And then what else came forward is like being expressed. Being expressed feels successful. If I can express myself in this world and feel free to do that, again, free, then I can do that too. And I'm expressed. I get to express myself freely, openly, authentically to my husband, to my friends, to the world, to, on these video blogs, in my written blog, like all these places on, on Facebook. We get to express ourselves on Facebook, and these places where I get to feel expressed. So again, ching, marking it off the list. And another thing that made me feel successful was being full of love, like being so full of love for myself and therefore for others and for life and for opportunities and for just all the glowing moments and being so full of love. And am I? Yes, so full of love for life and for everything and really for myself lately too, which is such a gorgeous experience. And success also feels like abundance. And I'm completely, completely abundant right now. I have money coming to me from all these different places, and not even just money, like opportunity and places to stay and cars to drive and meals to eat and experiences to have and, invites to go places and offers to do this. It's so abundant, it just keeps flowing in. And I think a really big part of that is me doing the receiving project and bringing into my consciousness the awareness of all the gifts. It's every day I set the intention, just it is my intention to gracefully receive gifts of loving and abundance from the universe. And then I just write down what comes. And every day there's more stuff and every day there's more goodies. And so expanding this awareness inside myself, of course, expands my experience of it outside of myself. So abundance, again, check, I'm there. And then the last one I just jotted down when I was just feeling into this feeling of success. The feeling of success was unlimitedness. And this is something that's coming through into my awareness more and more every day. It feels so cool to recognize oh, I don't ever have to say no to things that I want to say yes to because there's always a way. And I'm realizing that and having a lot more fun with that with my desires too, because in the past I would be very practical about my desires and limit them because, oh, well, that's not reasonable, or oh, that's too expensive, or oh, that won't work, or oh, that's too far, but making up all these excuses why it can't work. Well, instead, I'm living in this space of like looking at all the ways it can work, which feels so remarkable. So if something comes up that feels yummy, it's like, oh, I can make that happen. Is it a true desire inside myself? Do I really, really want it? Okay, let's make it happen. If not, then okay, thanks, but no thanks, you know? So it just feels so good to know that like I am living my view of success. My view of success, which is like going to be totally different than someone else's view of success. And it feels so, there's a helicopter outside. It just feels really blessed to get to finally recognize this for myself. And that my view of success may change. Like it may alter over time and it may be something completely different, but it feels so beautiful to acknowledge that for myself. It's like, oh, I am doing, oh, get a bird. Someone's busted. I'm living in alignment with how I want to live and who I want to be and the experiences I want to have. So I can stop making myself wrong for all the things that I'm not doing and just start or continue celebrating all of the things that I do have and that I am doing. And feeling successful and accomplished in this really helps me acknowledge like what a powerful creator I am. And the thank you more please. Knowing that I can always call more in, and that if I do change and my values and my desires do change, which they always will, they always will, that I can adapt and call that in through my loving awareness as well. So I'm very happy with this realization and through this like solidifying what my idea of success is and recognizing that there's nothing else I have to do to be successful. What I've recognized is that my beingness is so aligned with this view of success that I just get to continue to be myself. Be who I am, be that great expression, be free in who I am, and everything falls into alignment. Because everything I desire is the byproduct of who I really am. Oh, and that's just gorgeous.